Because when you look at a defense, you've got to get used to the scheme. And not that we were getting used to the scheme all the way through the season last year, but now I'm hearing our play calls, and I'm not thinking, all right, a line here, work that way. A line here, do this. I'm hearing it, and I'm already subconsciously doing that. So when you've got a year of it behind your back for the people who are returning, and then you're bringing in people like Eli Hills, who's super explosive, Brandon Lane, who's really freaking strong and fast. Like, you're bringing in a lot of talent who is able to plug and play right there. So I would say we're definitely more fit this season between our returning people to this scheme and the people we added. It's going to be a huge difference.
Do you understand why people from the outside can say, like, the defensive line is one of the biggest question marks people have about this team, not knowing what it can provide through a playmaking scheme?
I mean, those are people who just look at production. You could put up a stat sheet. They wouldn't even look at what position those people were at. All they care about is how many sacks, TFLs, and tackles are attached to their name. And I mean, I don't know if you watched camp today, there was a lot of plays being made by the D-line. So, like I said, a lot of people question the D-line because they're like, oh, that's a question mark of the defense. They're just looking at production numbers. And last year we had, I don't know, James had a couple sacks. Kurt helped me create my first sack, so I'm always appreciative of that. But we've definitely brought back a lot of people to the scheme who are going to be better, not more fit, but more used to playing in this scheme to create more production. And then we brought in some freaking explosive kids in Brandon and Eli. And then Ernest is going to be a really good athlete. He's just got to, kid's like 18 years old. He's just got to get used to college football. And then you see Dylan Johnson, kid's a freak athlete, super strong and explosive. And then you just got a lot of other guys they know the playbook like the back of their hand. They're in the right place at the right time. When you do that, you create plays.
A little bit of the tough part about your position is that numbers-wise, if you're going to just judge it on that, it's not always the way to go. Is that a little bit the frustrating part?
Oh, not that it's obviously, like, if you're going to put us on the field, you're going to expect us to make plays. So you've got, like, you look at Kurt, like, that kid's stats last year lied. That kid is a dog. And then if you're going to tell me that kid can't make any plays because he didn't have any sacks, like, you're wrong. This kid's going to have a minimum 5 sacks season.
You talk about how excited you are for the other guys. How does that help, make you better? How does that excite you as you guys prepare for camp and, prepare for the season?
Well, I would say that obviously I'm super excited about the guys we brought in, but I'm also super excited for myself to be in my second year in this program under Fickle. Scruggs is gone. We got Whitlow in, and I really liked the transition. I like them both, but Whitlow's a big, like, if you're gonna be a dog out there, you're gonna make plays, and you gotta shoot your shot eventually. Like, you can't just sit there and follow your scheme to be in the right gap. He doesn't want robots. He wants athletes.
I noticed out there too. He always tells you guys to keep it violent. What does that say to you? What's that phrase mean to you?
So most people come back from their first 2 days of camp, and it's, oh, these are the MAs that you made. You got to be in this gap in this play at this time. Our board says strain and physicality. Like, he just wants us to be dogs out there. Right now, he goes, you're going to be really raw right now. Obviously, we all did spring ball together, but you take the pads off for 3 months, and you can do individual work during the summer, but until you're feeling up on the chest pads or shoulder pad, you got to get that strain and physicality back in your mind in every single play.
One more here from Ben. We'll get Kurt up here.
What is it? Did I hear right from the WWE spokesperson? You have a pet at home?
Yeah.
So, okay, what do you have to do when it comes to stuff like this where, like you're here at camp for X number?
Yeah, I got married in June. I've been with Jess for 6 years. It's going to be 7 in December, but we got married June 8th, so she's back home with the Bulldogs right now. And I'd be lying if when I go to bed at night, it's pretty odd not having them dogs around.
How many do you have?
I got 2 Bulldogs. I got a Frenchie and an English Bulldog, Mabel and Nala.
I take it you're FaceTime when you can?
Oh yeah, I'm calling Jess 3 times a day. I'm asking her to send me videos of dogs. Oh yeah, I miss some things.